Doctor, I had Professor Max Tegmark of MIT on about 8 months ago, I think, and he's part of the Future of Life Institute. Elon Musk funded, and he got pretty famous for issuing that letter asking for, I think it was a 6-month moratorium on AI research. I think this was probably mid-23 when that happened. It was ignored. As they interviewed Musk later, he even said, look, it was also more for the PR, so people would actually have the conversation about it. What did you think about that? And what do you think when people say, let's pause?
I signed the letter. I think it's a good idea, but not in terms of specific timeframes. You cannot say 6 months. Nothing happens in 6 months. You need to have moratoriums until certain level of capability in terms of safety. So you say, until you can prove that your product or service is safe, you can verify it by established means, whatever it is. Get patents for it, peer-reviewed articles, committees of scholars who agree it is safe. You don't get to release those things. You don't get to develop them at that level. It's not safe. Same as with any other product or service, drugs, airplanes, all those things, manufacturer has to establish safety. It is not up to me or government to show that the product is unsafe. The manufacturer is liable for establishing safety of that product. AI is no different. If they can do it, if they can show that GPT 5, 6, 7, whatever they're developing, is definitely controlled, understood, safe, go ahead. This is going to be wonderful technology benefiting all of us. If you can't establish that, then don't do it. It's not safe.
But doing that in theory is nearly impossible, right? And that would assume that they're giving you the version of it or access to the full version that they might actually be releasing. It's just hard to enforce and maybe not going to happen.
Well, my argument is exactly that. It's impossible. I don't think you can indefinitely control smarter than human machines. But they're saying, yes, we can, and they never provide specific details on how it's going to be done. It's always, we'll figure it out when we get there. It's a hard problem, but we can do it. We would like a little more specifics on that.
I had Professor Hugo de Garis on my show twice. He actually came to London in our studio, and I had him remotely before that. And for people who don't know, he's been an AI researcher for a long time. I'm sure you've known of his work for decades. I know you've cited his work before. Did a lot of work with Dr. Ben Goertzel back in the day. They spent time together in China. They did a film called Singularity or Bust that's definitely worth watching. But he wrote a book called The Art-elect War, where he kind of gameplayed the future of AI. And it's pretty dark. And I'm probably not going to do it justice, but he basically said that humanity splits into two groups. Some are called the Cosmos, and some I think are called, not the Art-elects, I forgot the other name.
Terrans.
Yeah, correct, the Terrans. And one embrace AI as the solution, and one resist it and really are about the humanity. And he predicts a gigadeath, was 1 billion people dying, fighting over this war. I know you know this book. How close to a future reality is that?
He wrote it a long time ago, and it's still a very good book, making, I think, valid predictions. We're starting to see the difference between the two groups. There is a post-AI movement now, which says, let's slow down and do it right. And there is this accelerationist movement. So there is already a split. We haven't seen big political parties embrace either side. You would think, conservatives would try to conserve humanity, progressives would try to take it to progressively more capable past human entities. We haven't seen it happen yet. Of course, any political issue can be picked up by any political party, as we saw previously, so it doesn't even guarantee that mapping. Whoever picks first and decides first will get to decide what side the party is on. But I wouldn't be surprised if in later election cycles, this would become a much more important issue.
Yeah, I was about to say, Doctor, do you think it hasn't been embraced by the parties because there hasn't been consequences yet? There hasn't been 500,000 people laid off because of an AI development. There hasn't been an accidental 10,000 people killed that could be attributed to AI. Do you think that's why we haven't seen it become a major political issue yet?
Politicians in general are very slow to reflect on technology. We're still talking about cryptocurrency regulation, a decade later. So it's not surprising that they are not fully placing it as the most important issue in front of them.
Yeah, and if they struggle with crypto regulation, I don't know how they're ever going to get their head around AI regulation. It seems like orders of magnitude more complicated. What's interesting now is you're seeing the Conservative Party or Republicans and Trump actually embracing crypto, or also even courting some of Silicon Valley and the tech people. As you correctly said, that could change on a whim, of course, but it's kind of the opposite of what you might have expected or seen in the past, where that Conservative Party seems to be more pro-tech. But then again, politics are fickle. Any thoughts on that for you?
So you would think that cryptocurrency being more libertarian-ish would be closer to Republicans, but as you said, it's completely arbitrary. There is this idea of orthogonality thesis. Any type of goals can be combined with any level of intelligence. I think there is something similar for political parties. Any party can be combined with any issue. In a two-party system, you just need the other party to take the other side, and here you go again.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.